and enjoy yourself some
my
ice cream.
favorite is the espresso chip.
That's right. That's what I mentioned first, the espresso chip.
Espresso,
All right.
not X, espresso. So before we get started,
Okay.
I don't want to mispronounce your name. So
Rhys Davis.
Rhys?
There it is. Yep.
Rhys Davis. Dear, come on.
And how is it spelled though?
RHYS.
That is such a cool name. Where did you get? I mean, obviously you got that name from your parents. Where'd they get it from? That's a cool name.
It's Welsh.
Okay.
If you go over in that area, super common name. Yeah.
That's
And
a
for
great
anybody, this is why I like to do the introductions.
I'm just saying. You didn't.
For
even
anybody
start.
that
You didn't
doesn't
even have everybody's name right this morning.
For
so
anybody
shut up.
that doesn't know, Rhys Davis is dressed like a chef for a reason, because he's a chef. And he's the new chef, kind of new, a couple weeks old, right?
Yeah.
At the Whale. And the Whale is under new management, under new ownership. And they're going to have a
They're
grand,
both here.
and they are both here, spending money at Pete's Time Out, which is nice, spreading around a little love. They're going to have a grand reopening on October the 1st.
Yes, sir.
So how has your first few days been?
I mean, taking over a new kitchen anytime can be a lot of work, but fortunately we have good owners and management there that it's making it an easy process.
Yeah.
So are you the head chef? And then is there, what is that, a sous chef? Or
So I am the head chef. Currently, I'm looking for another sous chef
Ah.
right now.
What is a sous chef?
So really, sous just means under.
I
So
see.
sous chef, the sous chef is just under the chef.
Is that like
like
from
an
a?
assistant chef?
So really, that all comes from a French brigade.
I see.
Just the system of a kitchen, executive chef, executive sous chef, chef de cuisine. There's a whole bunch of.
I think we should drop
The
sous.
French are
Why
very
do we should just call it an assistant chef.
well. That
But
they're French.
I'm not in
It's
the
just a
chef.
traditional
Yeah. I see.
thing. I personally, it doesn't titles and stuff like
You
that.
need a helper,
don't mean
damn it.
much.
That's what you need. You need another person to get in there and
Oh well, with
churn out.
with the season coming and the
Yeah.
business that
Oh,
I can
yeah.
only imagine
You
we're
know,
gonna have.
I
yes.
have to say it was probably good for you to start when you started, right? Because it's not
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
it's
nice
gonna
to
be
be able
crazy.
to kind of come in and
Right.
there's a lot going on, so it's nice to have that downtime
Right.
to really focus on what needs to be changed and stuff
So
like that.
Can I ask, where did you go to culinary school?
So I went to culinary school here in Naples, Florida.
Oh,
It's
nice.
called Lorenzo Walker.
Oh,
Technical
I love
Institute.
it there.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about it.
Yeah. I love Lorenzo Walker.
You don't know anything.
They come out with a
about
lot
it.
of good people.
Yeah.
At one point I did move to Charlotte, North Carolina to go to Johnson and Wales. I was enrolled there. I ended up having my first child, so I kind of took a step back from
Well,
that.
you didn't have the child.
Huh?
You didn't have the child,
Well,
but yeah,
I had a part,
part
in
in
it.
it.
I think.
I mean, I'm just trying to protect your wife here
That's true.
because she
That's
had the
true.
child. Although, never mind. So, do you know how to spell sous chef?
SOUS.
Very good, Michelle. She put it up there. I
There
see.
it
I would have
is.
thought SU. For sous
That's
chef.
'cause you're-
That's because I'm dumb number one. That's what she was going to say. Chef. That's what she was going to say. So,
Hey, so I just want
here,
to relate.
we're
No,
supposed to
one
go
thing.
back and
I
forth,
know,
back
but
and
you
forth,
always
back
say-
and forth. You keep
Someone came up to
monopolizing
me
the
and
show.
asked who was going to be on the show, and I said you and Captain Noah, and they said that they went there the other day and had the best clam chowder.
I love clam
So
chowder.
there you go.
I'm very happy to hear that. Unfortunately,
They
on
don't
our
serve.
revamped menu,
It's going
coming out
away.
No
on-
way. She's
I
going to
did
be
take
very
clam chowder
upset.
off the menu.
It wasn't a favorite.
We're just
We'll edit that out.
I'm so
You're moving on.
we're moving on.
Right.
Honestly,
Clam
that's
chowder's a
really
pain in the ass to
deal.
make,
It's
and
not even
everybody's
that.
got clam chowder.
That is
Right.
kind of what
I
it
mean,
is.
you don't
Okay.
need clam chowder when you can go down the street and get it.
So what's going to
Honestly-
replace the clam chowder?
Well, we do have the lobster bisque that we'll have all the time.
Okay.
For me, we're on the beach,
Yeah.
fresh, light, easy.
Right.
I understand that it's a seafood restaurant.
Right.
clam
But you're the
chowder, it's
boss,
just so
man. If you don't
heavy,
want to
you
make
know.
clam chowder, I could, the
Well,
heavy
there's
stuff.
two types of clam chowder, right?
Yep, there's
Yeah.
a Manhattan clam and then the New England clam.
Everybody knows that, dear.
Now,
I didn't
don't
know that.
obviously
Come on. Stop playing
specials,
games.
all
Yeah.
those types of things. We could always do a clam chowder. I'm
So-
sure I'll do it.
Can I ask a question? Do you mind?
Yes.
So when you show
I'm
up to a
hanging my
new
head.
job as a chef and you get hired, do you bring you got a truck full of your own pots and pans and forks and knives and
Oh,
your
knives. I bet.
I definitely have over the past decade. I've collected quite a bit of things.
I was
you know?
asking that as a joke, but I
No,
Oh,
I
no.
have-
That's serious.
It's kind of like a musician. They have a
Wow.
couple guitars or whatever.
So you're
instruments
on.
they have.
Are you
Or
on?
like a mechanic with their
Exactly.
yeah,
You gotta have
yeah.
your tools.
Are you on like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace saying, "Shit, I gotta have that pan," or do you
No,
go? Do
I
you
get-
go totally
I'm-
high end?
I'm
Yeah.
a little too cool sometimes. I kind of like obscure
Yeah, like
knives.
what's the
something
most
different.
obscure utensil you've ever bought?
I do have like a $48 plating spoon.
Okay,
Wow.
what is
Just
that?
a
What's a
spoon.
plain
It's
spoon?
a JB Prince. It's just JB
Okay,
Prince is
dude.
the brand.
Dude, you bought you spent $48 on a spoon.
Yeah,
Like, does it hang somewhere? Like, you can't
it's
use
just
the
for
spoon.
plating sauces and stuff.
Plating sauces.
He
I don't know what
doesn't
that
even
means.
know what that
Like,
means.
I'm totally baffled that you
So
spent
when
$48 on
when
a
you
spoon.
put the
If you
sauce
give me
on-
shit about anything I ever buy again in
I'll
my
have I'll have
studio,
that spoon for the next 40 years.
yeah.
It's gonna be there.
Do
What's
you
the
eat-
most expensive? It's my turn.
Wait, I wasn't
What's
finished
the
with
most
the spoon.
expensive
I
knife?
can't get past the spoon.
The last knife I bought 2 years ago, $240.
All right, but let's get back to the spoon. Do you eat Cheerios with that specific spoon, or do you go right for the plastic spoon? Like,
I've
would
eaten
you?
a lot of different foods with that spoon.
All right,
It's
because
being used.
does
I
it taste
definitely-
different in that spoon?
Absolutely.
Right.
Isn't it a pretty big spoon?
Yes.
Okay.
Chef, I have a
brought the spoon.
I have a question. Like we bought a new coffee machine, and because I have to have, like, I get up at 2:52. I have to have
Oof.
2 cups of coffee, but you want it to be good coffee. She just bought another Mr. Coffee, like Mr. You know who Mr. Coffee
Yes.
is? Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Like, who is Mr. Coffee?
It's nothing that great.
No, who's Mr. Coffee? You have no idea. Because how old are you? 35?
30.
You're 30.
Yeah.
You'll have no. Do you know who Mr. Coffee is? Joe DiMaggio. Like, he used to play for the Yankees in the 1800s. He made the Mr. Coffee
1800s.
machine, and the coffee tastes like shit. Like, I
Dear,
want
you
a
have
nice
to
cup of
buy
coffee.
Better coffee.
Like, well, how do you make a good cup of coffee? Like, do you need a better machine or do you need better grounds? Like, we buy
Grounds.
Folgers.
There
Like,
you go.
Folgers is like $8 for the bucket. It's a lot of
that-
money.
No,
Should I get
no.
a Keurig and put the little things in it?
It's about the grounds.
it's about the
Well,
grounds.
so what does that mean?
It's the coffee. It's not the machine.
It's so Folgers is out. Bad.
Yeah, you
like,
got to get a better bean.
What's the best coffee?
Well,
This
depends
might
on-
sound crazy, even though I work a lot. I don't really drink coffee that much.
There you go.
Well,
You
this
gotta get a
interview's
better
going
bean.
south real
I
fast.
just have crazy energy all the time.
If you get the beans from the church, the Beach Baptist,
Yeah,
and you grind them up, you're going to notice a humongous
in the not
difference.
in the Mr. Coffee.
In the Mr.
Coffee does something to cheapen
It
the coffee.
doesn't.
It's somehow.
Oh,
It
no.
doesn't do any. It's water and through a filter.
I don't know.
That's it.
I
probably
just
just
think
a
you need
crappy
one of
filter.
those gigantic coffee machines that goes through 50 different spots, and then you have to.
That's because those automatically grind the
Yeah,
good coffee
I see.
bean.
I see.
It's true.
Ah,
So,
thank you.
If you could stay focused on this interview,
Yeah,
please.
right.
So your wings are top notch. So we
Yes.
had a question from one of our audience members. What is the process for smoking, unless this is a trade secret, of course, for smoking your chicken wings?
I mean, so the night before, essentially, we marinate them in our house barbecue rub. Let that sit for essentially 12 hours. I kind of usually do it like right before we leave at nighttime.
Mhm.
That way it doesn't just too much salt or whatever from the marinade. And then the next day, promptly at 9:30, 10 o'clock. So like right now, Armando, one of the cooks, is probably firing up the smoker right now. And we'll smoke that for about 2.5 hours.
Is he a Sioux?
No.
Oh, he's just a smoker.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So how much mousse do you put in your hair?
Say again?
How much mousse do you put in your hair? You have
Mousse?
mousse? You have mousse? It's stiff.
Barely any.
No, come
I
on.
got
It's
thick
totally
hair.
stiff.
Yeah, he's got
I
thick
think
hair.
I'm going to have hair
solid,
forever.
man.
for
Solid
me.
hair. How'd you get that kind of hair?
I got
Crying
lucky.
out loud.
I-
Jeez.
I got eyebrows, eyelashes, and hair. That's what God gave me.
That's a lot of mousse though. It hasn't
no.
moved
Telling
an
you.
inch.
Just because I
No
got thick
wavy
hair.
gravy or anything like
too
that.
too much gel in a hot kitchen is never a
Not
good
I see,
idea.
I see.
It's true.
Do you wear a net
So-
too over your?
No.
Can I
Because
ask
it doesn't
now?
move at all.
Exactly, it's in place.
Gotcha.
So when you were a child, did you have an interest in cooking, or was it later
Yeah,
in life?
good question.
Honestly,
Thank
my
you.
my grandma, she's full Filipino from the Philippines. She moved to LA when she was younger. She opened a couple restaurants in LA.
Nice.
So it's kind of always been around in my family. My dad loved to cook. He used to be a sous chef over at the Hilton in Naples way back in the day. He actually owns like a bread route now, so stuff like that. But always loved cooking. Always had a big family. 6 or 5 brothers and sisters.
wow.
So we were always
Plus
always
you?
food plus me.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
8 of us, crazy kids,
So-
crazy people.
Wow. Let me just ask, what were some of the things your mom made? No, this is.
It was really my dad.
Oh, okay.
My mom was more
The
watching
business?
over all of
Oh,
us.
okay.
Watching
okay.
over
Well,
all of
that's
us.
true.
My dad just really enjoyed cooking.
Yeah.
Everything he did, he always liked doing that. There was a couple Filipino dishes that my grandma taught my dad that he used to cook a lot. And yeah.
So I hate cooking. Like I just want to eat and be over with it. Like people,
He doesn't enjoy.
I know. I
food.
just throw the
It's-
chicken in the bowl. I take the frozen broccoli out of the refrigerator, put it in the frying pan, throw the chicken on top of it, and that's the end
Every
of it.
day.
And so, how do you? What is exciting to you about cooking?
Honestly, I get that question a lot. And sometimes
He
it's
didn't
not
say
even.
it was good. He just said he gets
It's not
that.
even about-
he's rubbing around the edges
Sometimes
there.
it's not even about the food itself.
Yeah.
I enjoy the process.
Yeah.
I enjoy being a teacher. If I
Right.
liked kids enough, I'd be an actual teacher, you know,
Yeah.
but being in the kitchen, being a chef, it's more than just cooking. It's, teaching everybody what's going on, the camaraderie, just being able to be around people every day, that social interaction, that
Right.
type of stuff. That's always been something I've really enjoyed. And I don't know. I've just always enjoyed being in
So
the
you put
kitchen.
this masterpiece together, you put it in the window, and some person just gloms it down and it's gone.
Yeah.
Do you put extra effort into making it look nice?
That's
or
what he does with the plating spoon.
after
Got
each?
a point. Got a point.
Got a point.
Come on. I want to hear the bell.
No, you're not getting the bell for her.
There it is.
You guys are ruining my score here.
Look, everybody, and like you said, some people live to eat, some people eat to live.
Yeah.
And as
Right.
a chef,
I don't think I said that, but that's
That's
true.
what you
It
meant,
is
though.
true.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just eat
Thank
because
you.
you have to.
You made me
know?
sound smart by
Well-
saying that. Thank you very much.
I try not to let ego get in the way.
What
You
is?
know
What
what
do
I
you mean? Like, how could ego get in the way? Like, I watched that guy
Well,
on.
people get upset about.
Listen, I'm at the gym every once in a while, and I see
Believe
that
me. Now
guy.
you're gonna hear it.
You can't hear what he's saying, thankfully, but you look at the screen, you see that loudmouth guy on the cable channel yelling at people, and I mean, what the hell is that? What's
Talking
that?
about Gordon Ramsay? That
No,
crazy
they're
dude?
not. The other guy with the white hair. What's the guy's name with the white hair? Not the
Cooking?
Gordon Ramsay guy. I don't. It's just like he's
A
yelling
cooking
at the.
person?
Yeah, it's some kind of cooking. It looks like a
I
cooking
think
show
he's
to me.
talking about Gordon
We go back
Ramsay.
to the days of what's her name though? What's the lady's name?
Paula Dean?
No,
Rachel Ray?
No,
No,
before that.
way before.
Yeah, who's the original
I'm
cooking
30,
lady?
remember?
Oh,
I know,
geez,
you're right.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's right.
Who's the original cooking lady?
Not
She was
Martha
tall
Stewart.
and heavy
Yes.
set.
Julia Childs.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Do you know who Julia Child is?
Yeah, I mean, I know
How
who
the
Julia
hell do you
Child-
know who
Yes, I
Julia
know.
Child is?
She's
Man.
like the queen.
Go
I mean, it's just that-
I'm going to make some tuna fish for you today.
That's probably why I didn't watch that.
What's your favorite thing to make, and what's your favorite thing to eat?
Oof. You guys don't want to hear those answers.
Yeah.
I'm a simpleton when it comes to working all day, getting off and going home and eating. I don't really eat fancy food myself.
Okay.
Like if I'm on vacation, of course, me and my girlfriend will definitely go try to find nice restaurants and stuff. I'm a ramen noodles kind of guy when I get home. It's just what it is,
I'm giving you a bell for that.
Dude,
I love ramen
when
noodles.
you and your wife are driving around,
His
do you
girlfriend, stop.
oh, you're not married. You're sorry. I thought you said wife. Do you ever say, honey, let's go through the drive-through at McDonald's?
Oh, yeah.
Cut it out.
Yeah. of
What do you
course.
order?
A double cheeseburger.
Ketchup only.
No, just, look, and I try to explain this to people too. McDonald's, the way
It's a
they're
certain
set
palate.
up. No, but the way they're set up, their food. There's a reason there's a billion McDonald's.
Right,
If their
right.
food's made well, it's
Right,
it's palatable,
right.
it's tolerable.
It's also cheap.
fast. Look, if I'm at an expensive restaurant and it costs a lot of money, if the food's good, sweet.
Yeah.
Just don't play me.
Yeah.
I'm going to McDonald's because I know I want something fast and
Right.
cheap. No
Right,
big deal.
right.
Whatever,
When you go out to eat, are you critical?
This was a bad interview, right?
No, this
No.
was a great interview.
I'm letting out 2A secrets.
No.
When- do
People
you-
want to
when-
know who you are inside. They want to know what's going on. They want to know behind the scenes.
Heard that.
When
Yeah.
you go out to eat, are you kind of critical? Are you pretty easy to please? Or how do you get
Wait,
past the
Michelle's got it right. Michelle's in our wheelhouse
There's
now.
very few things I'll send my food back for.
Okay.
What you did
But
it though?
two things
Yeah.
that I just cannot stand when I go out. If I
Hair-
get a cheeseburger
Hair in the food.
and the burger's not and the cheese is not melted, that drives me crazy.
Why?
because
gonna eat it
it's-
anyway.
Cold
What's the
cheese.
difference?
There's
I
the
don't-
texture's
the
different,
cheese is-
flavor's different.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
stop.
difference between a
You
cheddar
are
that is melted
so
and a cheddar
uppity.
that's
You
not.
are so uppity. What's the other one, Mr. Uppity?
Temperatures on steak, just because it's expensive.
All right.
So if I order it mid rare and it
Yeah,
comes out
gotcha.
mid well, like hey,
Gotcha.
come on, just give me
What's
a mid
the
rare.
You know what he does? When he goes out
Yeah.
to eat and he orders a steak, and they always question him. He's like, I want it well done. They're like, but sir, you're getting, a prime rib. No, I want it well done.
If I
well
see
done.
any red, I'm running.
I don't feel bad about my answers now.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't. I don't know what it
Listen,
is.
I hate to say this, you still should feel bad because comparing yourself to him is
Dude,
way too low of a
listen,
bar when it comes
all right.
to food.
What I'm gonna ask you this because he's
Me?
no way young man over here is gonna know. What was the nickname for Julia Child? What was she called? Because
Nothing.
Michelle got it right. She pulled it right out.
Yeah.
Unless you Googled it. I don't think Michelle Googled it though. I think she
No,
knew it. The
I-
Galloping Gourmet.
Huh.
Was that her or was
No,
that somebody
I
else?
think that was
Never
a
heard of that.
guy.
No. Wait, Michelle.
I think it
Don't
was
make me
a
look dumb
guy.
here.
I thought it was a guy.
We're gonna have to Google that after the show. So
well,
what
this
is it?
deteriorated for you. I'm so sorry.
No, we're cool.
When
He's a
hey,
professional chef.
next time
He's
somebody
totally-
comes into the Whale and sees you walking around, say, "Dude, make sure my cheese is melted."
I'm on that. Trust me, it bothers the heck out of me.
Ah.
What is the appropriate tip?
Appropriate tip.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's not.
you're back there busting your ass making food, and you're putting it out there, and you're putting the smiley face on there with whatever you drop, those little green things that nobody eats, and you sticking it
I
out
love
the window,
scallions.
and people are
Or
serving
is he
it.
talking about capers? I don't know.
And
I
people
mean,
are serving it, and then
He
they're
doesn't
putting it
know.
down nice, and you got this pain in the ass tourist from Ohio that's going to complain about the
oh,
cheese
now
not
we're
being
gonna
melted.
get comments about Ohio.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say Chicago. What is the appropriate tip?
20%.
20% or higher.
I mean, when I go out to eat, it's got to be really bad service. But
Yeah.
even if it's just kind of subpar, it's just
Yeah.
20%. It's just what
Right.
it is. You know,
What's the perfect wine with a steak?
nice little Merlot.
Yeah,
Nice
I
little red,
love Merlot.
right?
He doesn't drink wine at
Yeah,
all.
I
So.
love Merlot.
I'm not a huge
Are
wine
you a
drinker
wine
either.
or a beer drinker, or
Uh,
a booze drinker, or a liquor drinker,
liquor?
or
Liquor
water
over
drinker?
beer.
How many?
I drink way more water than any other.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
How many drinks do you have before you start cooking?
Oof. By about 5 cups of water.
You had to
I
go
had you
with
for a second. You thought you were gonna get something out of me.
Oh, I was ready to stop
I've
you.
never understood chefs that can drink and work at the same time.
Yeah,
It's
they're
too
not
damn
really
hot.
chefs. They're cooks.
Well, and you're working with sharp objects. I
It's
mean,
dangerous.
have you
It just
ever
doesn't
had
sound
an
like fun.
accident? With
Oh
the-
yeah,
Wait a
really?
I've had a
second.
couple.
Have
Wait
you
a
cut a
second.
finger off?
I'm surprised
guys
my
are
thumb
killing
grew
me here.
back because I definitely cut a decent chunk of my thumb off when I was.
Michelle,
Ah.
who's the Galloping Gourmet? Now they're fighting. Now they're
Yeah, I've
fighting on the
never heard that in my
Facebook.
life.
Apparently, it was a man.
I think it was. I said it was a man.
Well, who was it? Nobody was as popular as Julia Child.
No.
So
No.
that was the time where who was the guy that used to do all the infomercials? Like he used to sell everything in the infomercial days back in the beginning days. Remember him? He sell everything, and it was the same time that Julia Child. We're getting off on a tangent here.
No.
No, just carry on
I'm
while
lost.
while we have our own
what
show.
are some of the things you are featuring as you?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Whale a little bit.
Might be a good idea. So this weekend for Labor Day weekend,
No,
like today, we're doing a smoked pork belly over
Okay.
at Cajun Slaw. That will
Sweet.
make it onto our new menu as well. Tomorrow, we're doing our pulled pork mac and cheese, which has been blowing up.
Mhm.
I've ran it as a special a couple times, so that's going to make it onto our menu as
cool.
well. Currently, we do have ribs on our menu, but they're
Okay.
not smoked. So I've made the change that we will be smoking our ribs as well. So
What does
Monday,
that mean? Like, I have no idea what that means.
So we have a
smoked
smoker
ribs.
out back.
I see.
And yeah, if we're doing it the right way, they were braising it before. It was still good, you
Right.
know, but I just figured that we'd give it a little bit more.
So when you say
a bit
there's a
more.
smoker out back, is there a guy smoking a cigarette at a barbecue and he's flipping things
It's
over?
pretty
Or?
crazy. This is the first kitchen I ever worked in where nobody smokes.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Great. I
Wow.
love it.
That's awesome.
It's-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great for me.
Yeah.
What do you think of that location, dude? I mean, come on.
We are going to be crushing.
There's
it.
I don't know if you
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you heard this news or seen something going on over there, but there's going to be a little bit of a resort like right down the street from
It's
you.
a tiny one, I think. Jimmy Buffett or something.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be wild. I mean, we're doing a lot of renovations. I know that we're repainting the outside of the building. We got a better color scheme, I think, now. I'm excited.
I have
We're
a
gonna be
random
slamming.
question.
Do it, because I don't know what I
Did
did
you
here on
name?
the
Did they
screen.
name the whale? Because there was. I'll have to ask them over there. Do you know?
I mean, it used
They
to be the
did it-
beached whale, right?
No.
Yeah.
But they did. I think they did a contest for naming.
Here's the new logo.
Oh,
Yes,
naming the
naming him
animals
or
yes.
her or they.
That
naming
is-
they.
I don't
That
know
is
if we
such
came
a-
up with a manatee name yet.
That's an awesome
I know we did the
logo.
whale name,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I don't remember it right now.
That's all right. I'm gonna ask because I submitted.
I love
now
it.
I can't even remember the name I submitted.
And if
There
you
you go.
haven't been to the whale yet, before you go inside, they painted the logo on the wall right by the entrance, and it's a great selfie spot.
Yeah.
You get in front of that spot and you take a picture of it.
There
Come
it
on
is.
over. Come on over.
Blue
come on
and
over.
Buzz.
But now, okay, I'm gonna pull it up here so people can see what we
Yep,
have.
there he
That's your new
is.
logo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our new logo.
So,
and that's
the-
blue.
Okay, the whale's name is Blue.
Yeah, and the bird is Buzz.
The bird is
That's
Buzz. Are you going to change the logo and put their names on it? Or are you just going to leave it?
We're just
That's who
gonna leave
they
it like
are.
that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, he's been a barrel of laughs
Yeah,
today. I mean,
know. I'm enjoying it.
I didn't know he had 5 drinks before he started cooking of water. I mean,
Absolutely. But as far as the manatee goes, we have not named her yet.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good idea what it's going to be, but I haven't announced.
you have the
So
top
Tilda?
3.
No.
You have it like did you have people come in and suggest it, or just move over a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
There you
it's-
go.
So sorry.
No, you're
It's on our Facebook page where
Okay.
everybody makes their suggestions.
okay.
So
Are
yeah,
you
we
gonna go with an M name though? I think you're gonna
No.
go. No.
no
All
because
right.
Even
So-
I don't know what's going on.
Then I'm going to run out of M names. So
So go to the
B
Facebook and go on the Whales page, and if you want to help out with name suggestions, is it too late or is it still time to throw names in?
yeah, I mean, if they have something really
you
creative,
better
I've
come
got
up with
it
something
down
good.
To 3 on there. So
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What are the 3 that are?
So Flo. So
Okay.
like Flo and drinks.
Okay.
Rita, Margarita. So Rita for short. The other one is Party Marge. I kind of like Party Marge. So Marge.
Oh, I'm
but, you
going
know,
on the flow train. I like
On
the
your
flow train.
flow,
Nice and
yeah.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I think I like the Rita.
Yeah.
Rita? I
The
don't
other
like
one-
I feel
Rita
like
because I
that's
had
too
an aunt named
obvious.
Rita, and I
Okay.
really didn't like her.
Wow.
She was a freaking moron.
Yeah. Well then.
So I
We
mean,
won't
I
do
have
that.
it's an old
Just for you.
Yeah, I have issues with that. I might need some therapy for, but I like Flo. You know why? Because it reminds me of. All right, this again, we're hearkening back to these old time days. Do you remember who the old cook was, like that was on TV? Lady, tall, like 7 feet tall.
I got
She was a
nothing.
cook. How old are you?
50.
Dang.
Yeah, you should know who this is. And she was on TV all the time. Is it ringing a bell at all?
No.
I think you're
All right.
making this up.
No.
Mm,
Flo was on a TV show at a diner.
Oh yeah, that was
What was the name?
Mel's.
Mel's Diner.
Yes,
Very
yes,
nice.
yes.
It's like 80s
I've
trivia
been to
here.
a Mel's Diner once when I was really young.
Yeah.
yeah, we
Long
have
time.
So I don't know, have any idea why I'm bringing up the 80s. I'm getting
Graham Kerr. I think.
Graham Kerr is the Galloping Gourmet. I've never heard of Graham
I've
Kerr.
never heard
It's
that one.
Julia Child.
Yeah.
You have no idea who I'm talking about.
There was a movie recently about her.
There was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Was it like a documentary on Netflix or was it an actual movie?
Made a movie.
What was the last movie you saw? Like when you went to the movie theater.
Oh gosh, yeah. I have no idea.
I know, right? Who
Yeah.
goes to the
I like
movies
funny
anymore?
movies,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Funny movies. Like what? What was a funny movie?
Well, like Blue was named after
Hmm.
the old guy that passed away on Old School.
No idea
Yeah,
what you're
Blue.
talking about.
So
What's
he was
Blue?
in.
You never
So,
seen
like-
Old School?
I saw Old Yeller.
Oh
yeah,
man,
no. So this
He-
guy was.
Did you see Old Yeller?
Probably.
Yeah.
At one point,
Do you know what Old Yeller was?
it was a dog,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I remember that book. I mean, why do they make you read that book when you're a kid?
I
It's
don't know.
very depressing. Very depressing. Like who
Yeah.
wants to kill a dog? I mean, dogs are man's best friend.
Yeah.
So Blue was what, a whale or a dolphin?
No, we actually,
Person?
I like the name because they said Blue, but I remember the movie where the old guy, they called him my boy Blue. He was
Ah,
like 90 and
gotcha.
they were all in a fraternity. Yeah.
Well,
and-
Flo is
yeah.
also short for Florida.
Oh.
So Flo
yeah.
might be
Whoa.
moving forward there. How long do you think you can stand that way before your legs start to bother
Oh,
you?
I'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been. Well, thank you for updating us on the names for the mascots. And that was Don, right? Don, one of your owners, and I don't know why her husband's. I'm drawing a blank because I'm old. Mike and Don. We did a show there for the parade.
Say again?
We did a show there for the parade,
on the 4th of July.
4th of July parade. A great spot right on Estero Boulevard. A great new chef who bought a 48. Listen, folks, you know what you're getting into when you go to the Whale. The man's got a $48 spoon. I don't think I'm ever going to forget that somebody on this planet bought a spoon that you can get for basically 50 cents anywhere for $48.
No, it's a special spoon. You have to take a picture of that spoon and send it to him so he can see how special it is.
That's a spoon that should be hanging from your rear view mirror or something like that. Like there's special spots.
A pretty cool spoon.
Yeah.
If you saw it, you'd understand.
Like when you get really, let's say you're having a bad day, like the egg's not cracking or the shell's falling into the egg, and and then you just decide to pull out the spoon and start talking to it. It's a $48 spoon.
It's my
will talk
now
to a friend.
You know what? You're funny, and then you just make it weird. Like that's weird.
Talking to a spoon is weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
You have been put up with his antics, and you've been very entertaining.
Yes, you have been very entertaining, and your hair hasn't moved an inch, and I'm so jealous about that. But thank you so much. And people can come see you. You're working what, 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
All the time, every day.
Like,
well, do you come out and circulate through the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask people how their food's going.
Absolutely.
Is your cheese cooked enough? Is it melted enough?
It's not like it's an open kitchen back there. No, it's not like they're like.
So tell us about the tattoos before you go.
The tattoos.
Yeah. She's got a thing for tattoos. So wow, that one's
like
quite
my
full.
Cooking tattoo.
Cooking tattoo. So every time you cook something, like say again.
Well, these are just kind of the foods I love. It's like a little ramen bowl. I make a lot of fresh pasta, which I haven't done over there yet.
Yeah.
I do like making fresh pasta. Obviously, fish because I just love fish.
Yeah.
There's an egg.
Yeah, so like a little ramen bowl. Got the chopsticks right there. And just kind of.
Where's the McDonald's double cheeseburger on your ass?
So if you think I'm joking right now, I'm not. But this side right here is going to be
McDonald's.
Just
the
grungy food I like. A hot dog.
Is that because you can put nobody will see it?
Well, no, I don't know. I kind of want to get like a biscuit on my elbow.
I see.
Some random stuff.
You're going to cover your whole like.
Nothing crazy. I just
So your girlfriend's name is what?
Ashlyn.
And when's the wedding?
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. How long have you guys been dating?
A little over a year.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's a little soon. Like, when do you want to be married by?
That's just something her and I still have to talk about.
Yeah. How close are you?
Yeah,
I mean,
no kidding.
Super close.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you think she wants to get married?
I think we're going to be together forever.
Yeah. Well, then what are you waiting for? I mean,
marriage is just a construct.
Yeah. So
Say
there
what?
you go.
Marriage is just a construct.
Oh, you don't need the paper to be close. I see.
Millennials.
If you got married, would it be at the rec center?
No. If we do get married, I know that she mentioned it one time that she wants like to elope in a desert scene.
Nice.
That's what she wants. Like a.
I see. So when your girlfriend says she wants to elope, is that a pretty solid sign that she wants to get married?
I don't think there's any rush. I think she has a really strong career herself. She works.
What does she do?
Essentially, she's I don't know how to explain this one. She works for Wayfair, and she's head of a department that just outsees the processes of transportation.
Are they
and
off
stuff like
of a tree line?
Yes, exactly. Yep. She used to run that building. She now works from home, but she travels a lot for work.
Huge building.
She's in Houston right now.
Do they sell spoons?
Huh?
Do they sell
Wayfair sells
I could
spoons?
probably get a couple spoons from the